Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to my video. As you can see from the title, we are going to be talking about I am not vegan anymore. Oh. So it's not a subject that I'm fully proud of. I can't tell you enough how much I still cringe at the fact that I am eating something animal-based. I haven't gotten far. I've only transitioned into a pescatarian diet so far. I don't want to overdo it and get super sick. Just adding in a little bit at a time. But yeah. Now, people are going to hate this video. People are going to maybe comment on this video. I don't know. Not too many people watch my videos, but I feel like this is one topic that a lot of vegans like to comment on, put in their 2 cents, and trust me, I don't personally want to be here, but my body needed it. I needed to make a change, and when I was going through a little bit of a hassle with my health, I was fiending for videos like this. I needed to just make sure that there was other people out there that had similar symptoms that I did, so that I can have a relatable situation, so I knew that all I needed to do was just change one thing and then I would feel different. Feeling really sick and just feeling like you're just basically like your body is just shutting down. You can't get out of bed because you're too tired, and the headaches just progressively get worse, and there's so many symptoms that go on that just don't neglect your health for a choice that you want to make. And I know that sounds bad because I know where the planet is at, and trust me, I want to be there too. But I have come across people before, and I have come across videos before, especially spiritual people that do consume animal products, and to just know that the animal that is no longer here that we can consume, they ended their soul contract. They were only on this earth for a certain amount of time to give us the nutrients that we need to be healthy and happy and just our best, healthiest selves. And it's still taking me time to just grasp that information. It really is. But as soon as I started changing my diet, and it was just a little bit, I saw huge changes. And I started feeling so much better. Everyone is on their spiritual path. Every spiritual path takes them on a different journey. And sometimes it takes a U-turn. And sometimes it was just a learning lesson. Or sometimes it was just your body or your spirit guides telling you that you needed to change certain habits to maybe program your body into being healthier, and then just not taking certain foods and abusing them, and just appreciating the nutrients that is coming into your body, and just thanking that animal for giving you the nutrients that you have. So I do have a different look on it. I know that doesn't make anything better, trust me, I know. But this is just where I'm at, and I'm just sharing that with you. And if you maybe have some of these symptoms, I would just take a look and just see what's going on. So I made a video 2 videos ago about health issues, and now everything that I was saying in that video just led to, like, girl, go to the doctors. Like, there is something wrong. Like, you can't just say that you have migraines for a month. You can't just say that you aren't sleeping or whatever it was. It's just me being stubborn, because I think deep down I knew it was something to do with my vegan diet, and I was just so set on my vegan diet changed my health. Like, it changed my health for the better in the beginning, because every time I ate, I got sick. And this happened for years. I constantly felt like I had the flu. And at this point, I will end up getting an allergy test to see what foods I can consume and what my body actually likes. But I did get sick all the time, and it was just so awful to just need to consume Tums and drink ginger ale and just everything I didn't want to do. I just wanted to feel healthy. And when I ended up moving out of state, is for some reason when my body naturally just wanted to give up meat. So I said, fuck it, why not? You know what I mean? Like, why not just try it? I mean, it is a trend going on. It wasn't something that I actually wanted to do because I don't like to follow trends per se. So it wasn't something I was trying to do because it was a trend. I personally wanted to do it because my health was so bad. So I changed my diet. I slowly started going, and I've said this before, I went to a pescatarian, I think it was pescatarian diet, then I went to a vegetarian, then I went full vegan. And I felt great. I felt so great. I felt so energized. I felt just healthy all the time. I felt just, there was just nothing wrong. And I was like, this is great. Vegetables, cool. And then after I was full vegan, I would say a good 6 months after is when I really started. And now I wasn't vegan for long. So I know a lot of people say that they were vegan for like 3 years or 10 years or 13 years and then they stopped being vegan. I was only in it for full vegan for maybe 8 months and then pescatarian, vegetarian like full year. So so not too long, but I would say about like 6 or so months after being full vegan is when I started getting just horrendous symptoms. Like there was one day I could not get out of bed. I legit could not get out of bed. I am that girl that I am up at like 4 in the morning. Even if I'm a little bit tired, coffee definitely gets me through the day. And just tiredness is not really a thing for me. Like I don't like taking naps. I absolutely hate taking naps because it just makes me more groggy. So it's just not my thing. And fatigue started settling in so bad. And when it was that day where I could not get out of bed, I slept until about 4 p.m. That's ridiculous. That's just not me. And I just knew something was up that day. And then I just started getting, I guess, a little bit nauseous here and there. And I think that was just maybe caused by the overload of fatigue, that my body was just naturally like breaking down and not acting and functioning properly. So at that point, I just knew that I needed to up my iron. So I ended up getting an iron supplement. I started eating stuff with more iron in it, like lentils and stuff like that. And yeah, nothing really changed. So everything that I was feeling, I tried to change with food, with my vegan diet. I researched like what was going on and what foods I needed to consume to do that, and start eating more of things so that I wasn't lacking things. I don't know. But the symptoms didn't let up. And then at one point I was craving red meat. Now, even when I was a meat eater, I did not eat red meat. Like I just didn't eat it. I didn't eat burgers. I didn't eat nothing red meat, no steaks, no nothing. My body doesn't naturally break it down that well. And I just don't feel that great on it. And I was craving red meat. And then I started craving eggs. So like at that point I was just like, my body needs this shit. But I'm not gonna let it happen. Like it's just not gonna happen. I'm not gonna do it. I am vegan now. I am proud. I don't eat meat. I changed my health with my vegan diet. Like I'm not gonna do it. So I started getting so stubborn, and my body was literally pushing me in the direction that I needed to go, and I was not listening to it. Then the headaches came. And typically I get headaches. Like I do get some migraines, but at one point, I think it was like 2 years ago, I ended up getting really bad migraines, got CAT scans, all that. The doctors told me basically they couldn't do anything. Okay. Second, they recommended Botox. So I started getting Botox. Botox took away my headaches. So that solved that. So when I started getting the headaches, I was like, okay, maybe it's due for Botox, and I'll just do that, and that cures that. So I got my Botox, didn't go away. Headaches got worse, progressively got worse. Got to a migraine. And when it gets to a migraine and it continuously stays as a migraine, your head is sore. It's not even a migraine anymore. It's just your head feels like it just went through, like, you know, like one of those wood chipper things. They break down all the wood. Like, that's where your head is at. Especially after a month. Excruciating. Just exhausting. It's awful. So when that just progressively got worse, I was like, I have to do something. Like, I have to go to the doctors. Like, I don't know what's going on with me. And even in my video, I was like, I'm not that person that goes to the doctors. But when it got to that point, and I knew when I was like speaking that stuff, I was just like, I gotta go. I gotta do it, you know? So I went, which they never ended up giving me the blood work. Like, they never called me. Usually they would at least send me saying something like, you're cool. Obviously I knew my vitamins were low. Still didn't have the decency to call me, you know what I mean? But whatever. Obviously I'm fine. Not dying. So after I got blood work and saw the doctors, they just put me on a medicine for migraines. I was gonna say migration. I don't even know why. For migraines. And so got on that, and this is so irrelevant to this topic, but I got into the medicine. I've been going to a chiropractor. I have been having a lot of like nerve issues, and the medicine that they put me on made the numbing in my arm and everything 10 times worse. So I felt like I was being crushed one day, which was great. So it was just like, you know, like, it was just one of those like bad manifesting situations where I just like, can anything else go worse? And then something else does. So there was that. I stopped taking that after 2 days because it was just not flowing properly through my system, if you know what I mean. So yeah, but that day as well, I decided to not be vegan anymore, because I'm like, at this point, I literally, not just literally will do anything and go to the doctors, literally do anything and eat something to see if that changes, because I could not take the migraines anymore. They were so bad. And when I researched videos, people were talking about how their headaches were bad, like just headaches, but no one actually really mentioned anything about migraines. Like, not just a headache, it was excruciating. It was so bad, so painful. So I literally turned to my boyfriend. I was like, let's go get some eggs. You know what I mean? And he was like, really? Like, he's shocked. He's happy because now we can go to restaurants again, and I have more options that I can eat and stuff like that. But anyways, I did it. I ate eggs that day. It didn't feel good. But at that point, like, it wasn't even about crying about that animal. It was like, please feed my soul and get me healthy again. Like, that's all that mattered to me in that moment. And obviously nothing was going to change in that moment. I was going to feel worse at first because I'm putting something into my body that it's not used to anymore. So I ended up eating the eggs, ate pancakes. That was obviously egg-based batter. And I felt real sick. But I was like, whatever. I'm going to embrace this. And then the next day, I ate eggs again. Was okay. I was definitely okay when I ate eggs that time. And just the next day, I noticed that just like, I felt tired still, obviously, but I felt like my energy was higher. And I was like, this is fucking ridiculous. Like, how is food like this, like just an animal-based product, how is this giving me, and I was only consuming just the tiniest bit. Like, how is this literally like lighting up my body right now with just energy? So I was just so shocked. And yes, I know, like, food gives you nutrients. Food has vitamins and everything. And I get that. But it was just more so the point of, like, knowing that you can get all that from a vegan diet, but it's a lot more of a challenge. So I guess being vegan for a little bit, I was just like, holy fuck, like, animals, you're the shit. So it was just eggs at first, which still is. I mean, I still consume eggs. My energy is just, I'm not tired. I'm not tired anymore. When I was vegan, I had weird, I wouldn't say bloating. A lot of people say that they had bad bloating. I didn't have bad bloating. I just had like my stomach just couldn't get flat, if you know what I mean. Like, I was still going to the gym, not as much as I used to, and I still don't. I'm still trying my hardest to get back into the gym as much as I used to, because I swear, there's just been so much going on in my life in the last year that, you know, it's a struggle, but I'm accepting that, and it's just taking time, and I know I'm going to get back to where I need to be, and I just need to be patient. But yeah, so the bloating wasn't necessarily like when I ate and consumed a lot of meat that my bloat was like a 6-month pregnant belly. It was just like this like weird squishy pouch that it just, if anyone sees me, they're like, you don't get bloated. I'm like, yes, I do. Everyone gets bloated, okay? It's like, so you consume so many beans and like that kind of stuff, and it's like your body can't break that down as much as it can with other things. So it's almost like the beans and everything were just sticking to my stomach walls, if that makes sense. It's probably not it's not like the right explanation for it, but that's just the best way I can explain my bloat. That when I started consuming eggs again, my stomach was just like, it's like everything that was ever in my stomach just like digested with the eggs and just went naturally. So it was just weird. And yeah. So I don't know what I was talking about before that. Like, was I talking about symptoms? And then that was just like an added symptom? Anyways, the most symptoms that, I think I just spit. The most symptoms that I saw the most being vegan were my fatigue, obviously. I feel like that's just like a normal, it's gonna happen thing, because you're not getting enough iron, you're not getting enough B12, all that jazz. So fatigue, it was just, so when you get to the point where your fatigue is like you can't get the fuck out of bed and you're not that kind of person, check yourself. When you start getting headaches, monitor them. If they start progressively getting worse, I would consider that it's probably your vegan diet. Don't get to a migraine and don't let it last for a month, because it's just, don't torture yourself. I torture myself all the time, whether it's shit like that or it's just holding in my pee too long. And then the weird bloating, just like the squishy, like, little poke belly bloating. And I think that's it. Like, I don't know. Well, I also felt like I was, slowly dying a little bit. Over dramatic, probably. But you know what I mean? When you're just so exhausted and your migraines are so bad, your depression level goes up because you're just not happy. You're in this low state of mind and you just can't get out of it. Like, there's just it's hard. It's so hard to just put a smile on your face when, you feel like there's a woodpecker just hitting both sides of the fucking temples. It's just not cool. So I took it for myself and I told myself, because if anything, if that did not change, I probably would still be vegan right now. You know what I mean? Like, I would, if that was not the main cause, if food was not the main cause to my issues, I would still be vegan. But I feel fantastic. And I've only consumed, I think I was talking about that before. So I've only consumed eggs so far, shrimp, and just some butter, like normal butter. And not that I don't like dairy products. I still don't like milk, butter. What else is there? Cheese. I don't like eating dairy products like that because it just still does not make me feel good at all. Naturally, it shouldn't make you feel that good. But I'm still going to consume a lot of vegan products. I would still love to consume a lot of vegan plant-based meals, but I'm only going to be adding in some meats. So I'm sticking to a pescatarian diet right now. I am just doing eggs, shrimp, fish, and then the rest is just going to be as plant-based as I can. And then I'll see where I go from there. I will keep you guys updated because why not? Like I said, I wanted a video out there for me when I wanted to make sure that my symptoms that I was going through were based off of my vegan diet, and I knew that. I really did. It's like, okay, so this is what I see. When I decided to become vegan or stopped eating meat, the fact that my body was rejecting meat, I was like, okay, my body is trying to tell me something, like I need to stop eating meat because that is going to make me feel better. It did. So my body was right. But now it got to a point where I was so bad with my health that for at least a couple months, it was sending me signals to eat and consume something that wasn't plant-based. Eggs, meat, anything. And I kept ignoring it. I kept trying to find ways to go around it so that I didn't have to eat meat like that. I didn't want to not be a vegan anymore. And just listen to your body. Like, I didn't listen to my body, and my body was now telling me, listen, you made the step of not eating meat. You've corrected your system. You don't abuse food anymore. You can find the right products that are going to nourish your body instead of make you feel like crap. And then just roll with it. If it's not for you, go back to a vegan diet and then just, I don't know, find a nutritionist and pay for a nutritionist. I just don't want to pay for one. You know what I mean? It's money I don't have. Just being honest. I just realized with this shirt, it looks like I have no neck. I do, I swear. It's right there. That whole video, it probably looked like I was just a floating head. This is a turtleneck, by the way, but I'm gonna leave it like this for the last minute of the video. So, like I said, I just wanted a video like this. Maybe this video will help you too, because the one thing that I noticed when I was looking up videos like this is that no one mentioned that they had horrible, horrific migraines. I had them, and I was still consuming everything that I naturally needed in a vegan diet, the right foods, the supplements, everything. And it just got to the point where my body was like, listen here, bitch. Eat some fucking food, okay? Eat some meat. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. Trust me. It's going to be okay. I promise. I promise you. So that was my little journey. That was my little rant. This is where I'm at right now. I'll keep you guys updated if you want. I don't know if you guys even care, you know? If I start consuming other meat products, if I let go of some animal products, what I'm doing with that. But for right now, this is me. Here I'm at. I'm energized. I feel happy. I feel healthy. And yeah, finally just feeling like I am starting to get my life back, which is just fucking fantastic. Like, when you feel happy, the world is just a better place. It really is. And I just felt like I was just in a bad place for a while just because my body was just breaking down. And I don't think being vegan is bad. A lot of people think like, oh, I told you, because a vegan diet isn't that great. You know, you don't get that much nutrients. A vegan diet is really not that bad. It's really not. It just works really well with some people and it doesn't for others. And it worked well for me at one point and now it doesn't. So maybe I'll go back to it. Maybe if I'm feeling icky with this diet, I'll go back to a plant-based, feel energized from that, and then I'll go back to this and feel energized from this. Like, I can ping pong back and forth if I want to, because guess what? It's my life. That's why. Well, that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. If you are going through something like this, leave it in the comments below. If you have a question about something that maybe I missed out, that I didn't say, that you had a question about, that I can maybe relate to, tell you that it's okay, right below. So until my next video, I hope you stay true and namaste. Bye.